Good morning, everyone. Well, it's morning to me. I'm not sure. Well, no, it'll actually be evening. If you watch this when I post, it'll be evening. Good evening, everyone. I just decided to start this video now because I'm so tired, and I just know for an absolute fact that talking about this kind of thing will make other mothers feel better. Basically, Etta is that baby that sleeps 12 hours a night. In fact, she sleeps 13 to 14 hours a night. She is incredible. As soon as I put her down at, used to be 7 o'clock, now it's actually 6 o'clock. I just kind of went by her direction, and it's ended up being 6 p.m. So as soon as I put her down in her cot at 6 p.m, do not hear a peep out of her until about 7:30. And she's been like that from around 4 months old. But then last summer, so how old will she have been then? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, and then when she was about 9 months old, for about 2 months, her sleep was all over the place. But I know for a fact that was because of teething, because the evidence was there. And so last summer, I always joke being like, I had a long, rough summer. Not in the way that most people might. I genuinely did not sleep the whole of last summer. Anyway, so she got past that. She got some lovely teeth in, and she championed through those couple of months. Then she went back to sleeping 12 hours, and honestly, she's just a dream. Every now and again, if she's got a really bad cough or a really bad cold, she obviously will wake in the night, or I will wake her maybe for some Calpol or whatever. But on the whole, an amazing sleeper, and with naps as well. Last night was just one of those experiences that you feel like it was all a dream. I was up a couple of times, and I finally went to sleep at 11:30 because I was up with her up until that point. And then my Aura ring literally thinks I had a nap instead of going to bed. So then I was up at 1 until 2:30 with Etta, which actually, to be fair, isn't that bad. And then she was up at 6:30. Yeah. So definitely not bad. And I know maybe there'll be some mothers watching this being like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. Like, because I remember at the very, very beginning, I would say if I have 4 hours unbroken sleep, I've won the lottery. Like those very, very early days, that was always like, oh my goodness, 4 hours, then I'm fine. I can take on the world today. But anything under 4 hours, I'd be like a broken woman. Obviously, when it's newborn stage, they just have about 7 naps in the day, don't they? Just sleep around the clock, on and off. And actually, I want to talk about how I kind of helped Etta into that routine when she was maybe about 4 months old. And that is a friend of a friend. So I went for a breakfast with my friend Mia, and her friend Amy came as well. And she lives locally as well, actually. I think she's still in Dubai. But Mia is one of my oldest friends. And they were talking about how Amy, when she had her boys very young, as in when they were very young, she sleep trained them with the help of an app called Luena. And honestly, that changed my entire parenting experience. And I definitely want to recommend it to you guys. I didn't go to any of the mama classes when I was pregnant to kind of get a bit of a insight into what to expect when you're expecting. No, you're not stealing the camera again. I really do try and champion like the non-electrical toys, because I read in a book, sorry I'm digressing again just casually, the electrical toys are all well and good, but when the song ends, the entertainment ends, and then they get bored, so obviously it shortens their attention span. So literally you're training their attention span to the length of the song of the electrical toy that you've bought them. So that's why I think the wooden toys are great, because they have to use their imagination, and it's up to them how long they want to concentrate on that toy. It's not up to the song or the battery. So yes, I read the book Your Baby Week by Week when I was pregnant, actually, and that was amazing because you can actually read it week by week. In fact, I stopped reading it because I was like, no, I'm literally going to read this week on this week and this week on this week as I go. So it was bite-sized pieces rather than kind of memorizing lots of stuff. But yes, then when I was having lunch with my mum, Mia and Amy, and we were talking about this Luena app, you pay for a subscription, and honestly I'd never paid for a subscription for an app before, and I was like horrified. But actually it was only, I think, like £30, which actually, would you buy a little bit of a course for £30? Probably. Anyway, she used to be a Norland nanny. and she then created this app and basically shared all of her tips and tricks for sleep training, weaning, bath time, everything you can think of, everything that you need to know. It's the most loveliest app, and it will just come up with fresh articles on this or that. I said total bite-sized pieces, so you don't need to feel intimidated, or you don't need to section off time from your day. And also you can log everything, so you can log when naps begun, ended, where they napped, notice patterns, build up data. So yeah, I personally through and through would recommend the Luena app. I have a discount code and I will link it down below. It's not a discount code from working with Luena, it's a discount code from having the app and sharing it with fellow mums. As soon as I started doing what she effectively told me to do, and how she told me to kind of work the timings of the day and what time to do nap time and how long to leave it and things like that, and how soon before bedtime to do the bath and how soon before bedtime to do the final meal, it's as if overnight Etta all of a sudden was sleeping 12 hours, and that was from about 4 months old. It's worth the money. Obviously there's no price on a full night's sleep at that point. And yeah, I just think it tied into the fact that I'm now talking to you about a sleepless night. I think it's just because Etta's teething again, to be honest with you. She's at that point where she hasn't been teething for a couple of months, so she's definitely kind of due a few more. She's got 8, 9, 10, 11, she's got 12 teeth. Yeah, she's got 12 teeth now. That sounds like a lot when I say it out loud. She's got 4 at the front, 4 at the top, and she's got 4 molars. And actually, interestingly, the molars didn't keep her up at night. We definitely knew it was happening, but it didn't give her sleepless nights. We just kind of had her on Calpol to kind of ride that molar wave. But they're through now, and you can really tell when the molars are through in terms of how she eats, and that makes it way more fun. Like, I feel completely confident now giving her so many different foods, whereas before her molars were in, I was terrified of giving her anything that wasn't completely pureed. So that's really, really fun, and a really fun step. So yeah, Etta's currently pulling around a little wooden dog, wearing the 2 unicorn slippers. Yeah, we went to Clark's the weekend with my mum and dad when they were here, which you will have seen in my previous video. And I just saw these unicorn like slippers in the sale. And hello? About that was Tom calling to say that we have started referencing because dun, 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 we have a house, yay! We have a new house, and I'm gonna tell you about it 1 second. So, house update now. So we're definitely not buying anymore. I think I've said that already. We're definitely not gonna buy right now, and we got to a point where we could do the deposit if we sold X, Y, and Z. And I said to Tom, I was like, listen, if we get into this house and we've sold everything and we don't even have like the car, like that's just silly and not worth it, and we'll end up resenting the process and resenting the house that we've worked so hard to get into. So we're putting buying a property on the back burner. And actually, like my friend Lauren said, why does it have to be so important to buy a property? You're then completely strapped and tied to a bunch of bricks in an area and you can't explore. What fun is that, to be honest with you? So I'm quite happy that we're doing another rental, and actually I think this will be a very long rental. I can see us staying in this house for a very long time. Well, rather what we're going to do instead is we're going to stay in this house maybe for 3 years, I think longer, but Maeve says 2 years, I think probably more like 4 or 5. And we're going to wait patiently for a plot of land to come up locally, and then we're going to build, because it's what my parents do for a living. So I'm very lucky to have their guidance with it, and they can help me organise all of it, planning permission, quotes, design, all of it. And that's obviously phenomenally exciting, and you guys come along for the ride obviously as well. So that's what our future holds, which is wet rain pours, cold winds blow, but nobody knows why. Joyful, sad or scared, you can brighten any day. Just give me a cuddle. Show me an apple. No, those are peas. Apples go crunch. We pick them from the tree. This is a great book, by the way. But the house we're moving into is nothing special, nothing glamorous. It was built in the 80s. It's not been renovated. No marble, no bells and whistles. But what it is it's big. It's 6 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 4 bathrooms. And if this had been renovated and was all glitzy and glamour, it would be way out of our budget in terms of rental. But it's not. It's really, really perfect for us. It's in the area that is our favourite area in the whole of the Cotswolds, in fact the whole of the country. It's set back enough in the village that you have space, and peace. But it's in the village enough that you can walk in and get some brunch or to the pharmacy. It's also right by the GP and the vet, so all of those conveniences we love. Doesn't hurt that it's also a hop, skip and a jump to Dalesford, which is basically like my place of worship. We're incredibly excited. It feels like the right step. It feels like we can cope with it, not biting off more than we can chew. We are getting double the amount of space than we have in this house. We will be able to have family to stay, friends to come and stay, and we don't need to worry about, I also like the fact that it's not new and sparkly in terms of the interior design, because that's no good with a toddler and 2 spaniels. I don't want to be tiptoeing, worrying about the property. Like, obviously we take incredible care of every property that we rent. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you want to live in a house and it to be a home, not a show home. And that's hard for me to say because I'm a Virgo. I like to make the house look like a show home before I go to bed every night. So I need to stop doing that because it's actually a waste of time. The packing has semi-commenced. We're out of here in 2 weeks, and then we unfortunately have 1 week where we are homeless. So I'm going to go back to my parents' house and take Etta, and the dogs are going to go with the dog minder. And my husband is going to stay with his friends in Cheltenham actually. So we're going to be separated, but actually it's fine, and it's definitely lovely for my dad especially to have Etta literally on toast at home. My mum sees Etta every other week anyway, but my dad has only seen Etta I think twice this year, so that's going to be lovely, and that's Easter as well. So I'll have Easter at home. I'm going to see my beautiful, beautiful school friends, which I'm so excited about. But yes, I'm going to give Etta some more attention now. I'm also going to go and get her some more food because she did not eat her lunch. She also feels a bit warm. So I'm going to go and focus on her and catch up with you guys later, and actually I have something to unbox with you, so I'll do that soon. Jump on and do something I've been meaning to do for a few weeks now, and that is to talk about a very well-known brand and the products in the kind of full set that you can order. But if you can survive this, you can survive anything, because you are currently balancing on a big bath salts glass bottle, and then balancing on top of that is a huge bottle of hairspray. Like, I'm talking the jumbo Elnet hairspray, and then you're just there balancing on the top like a game of Jenga. So hopefully this doesn't end in a slap bang wallop. Oh, it's going to be an expensive weekend for me. But no, you're absolutely fine, you're stable. So, Rhode. Pretty sure all of us will be familiar with Justin Bieber, and therefore, and in her own right, Hailey Bieber. And I have been building up to purchasing the kit of the Rhode beauty kind of essentials. My friend Tilly loves this brand, and I kind of thought, right, okay, I think I need to try it, because I've heard such mixed reviews from like influencers and magazines and all that kind of stuff. But for my friend to be like, I'm obsessed, I'm like, right, okay. I got the phone case. You guys might have noticed, I might have told you about it as well, I don't know. and I've completely gone off it, which is such a shame because it's not cheap, but I just got so sick of not being able to slide my phone into my jeans pocket. Like, I live in my Levi 501s. Like, this is my everything. This look, black t-shirt, Levi 501s, and I literally slip my card, my car keys all into here, and then my bag is just full of things for Etta, you know, nappies, wipes, snacks, whatever. I've gone and purchased actually my favourite phone case I've ever seen in my life. It's spelled B-U-R-G-A. Is that burger? It can't be called burger. Anyway, check it out, but look how stunning. I'm in love with this phone case more than any phone case I've ever seen. I think it's beautiful and a work of art, quite frankly. Now let's try out these skincare bits together and we can see what we think. First up, we have got the Pineapple Refresh PGA Daily Cleanser. Right, this can be for AM or PM, so therefore I'm assuming it's quite hydrating. Look how pretty. I don't know what it is about their branding, it's just so minimalistic and like aesthetic. I'm going to give this a whirl. I don't actually know if it is a foaming cleanser, a gel or a cream cleanser. I much prefer a foaming cleanser because I kind of want to see that it's like cleaning, and obviously when you wash your hands with soap you see foam, so I think I'm just used to seeing that and that's how I know things are being cleaned. Whereas the clean and the oil cleanser, I just don't feel like they're doing anything. They might be, but I'm not seeing things happen, you know. Anyway, so let's try step 1 in a minute. Then step 2, yeah, step 2 is definitely the glazing milk. I've seen a lot of marketing of this and it literally looks like pouring a bottle of milk on your skin, but apparently you press it into your skin as opposed to rub it. I don't know. Is it a replacement for a toner? Is it as well as? I'm not sure, we'll see. Then we've got the peptide glazing fluid. Is that what goes? Peptide glazing fluid, I think that's next. Peptide glazing fluid, yeah, I think this is the next step. This is probably the most advertised I've seen. I've seen them with giant Lifestyles bottles of this all over the place. So I'm really excited to see if this is great. Apparently it's the most hydrating out of all of the products and I need hydration. My skin is clear and lovely right now in that way, thank goodness. But it's really dry, which I think is quite typical when you're coming out of winter, but definitely something I want to try and sort. And then this final step is the Barrier Restore Cream. Apparently this is quite a rich cream. When I think of a rich cream, I think of Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. It feels like a real coating to your skin that is still on 12 hours later. So I love the Magic Cream. However, I'm excited to give this a try. Let's get going, shall we? Let's see what they're like. Let's see which is our favourite and see if it's worth the $1. Right, don't be too jealous of my super cute headband. I love this headband. Can't remember where it's from. And Other Stories. Obviously. It's that kind of vibe, isn't it? Right, let's give it a go. Really, I have to say I'm very excited about this. Okay, so it really is very, very pineapple-y coloured. No smell at all. I'm also trusting in this to take off my makeup as well. Sorry, I'm not looking at you, my eyes are full of soap. But I'm not the kind of gal who likes to do a cleansing balm and then a makeup melting balm and then a cleanser. I want a product to do everything. Everything. Feels like a foamy. So far, I am a fan of this cleanser. Absolutely lovely. Do you know what? It's kind of a mix of the cream, the gel and the foam. So why have just one when you can have all three, hey? Okay. Still got a bit of panda eyes, but that's alright. It doesn't feel dry on my skin currently. Next is the glazing milk. It says shake well and then pat on. It's not too watery. Fighting the urge to like rub it in is really hard. So far, I'm loving that. Lovely. Gorgeous. Next up, peptide glazing fluid. So to do 2 pumps. Oh, that's lovely. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect to love everything, but so far I love all of the different textures. And they're spreading really well. Oh, that dries quite quickly. I thought it would stay quite wet on the skin, but that's dried really quick. I'm currently not using an eye cream. I'm just so sick of eye creams just not living up to expectations. Wow. I have to say, my skin feels very satisfied. I feel like it's had all of the different consistencies that it needs. The way that's all sitting on my skin is feeling perfect. It's not feeling like it's too much, and it's not feeling like it's lacking in something. You know, if you use a toner and then a very thick moisturiser, it can feel a bit heavy on your skin. Likewise, if you use a kind of a serum and then a very, very light and thin moisturiser, it feels a bit slippery. I don't know if this is resonating with you guys at all, but hopefully you understand what I mean. Whereas this feels like a lovely, lovely merriment of creams and lotions, basically. I'm really impressed. I'm excited to continue using these now every day and see how my skin is in the week. Because like I said, my skin is so dry and it needs to be fed. I just feel like awful the whole time. I feel like I just want to wash my face as soon as I put makeup on. I want to put makeup on because makeup makes me... I've realised that makeup... You don't wear makeup for men. Do you wear makeup for you? I've realised that I wear makeup to be more social. It makes me kind of go up to people. If I see someone in the street, I'm like, hey, how are you? Whereas if I don't have makeup on, I just go into myself. Whether I think I look good or not without makeup on that week, I will just simply retreat. So it's really interesting to kind of know, why are you putting on makeup today? Why am I putting on makeup today? Even if I'm just in the house, I sometimes will feel the need to put makeup on when Maeve is getting home from work, because I know that I'll be more social with him in the evening. It's just something that I've really kind of analysed recently, and I find quite fascinating, the actual reasons that came out of my thought processes. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for testing the Rhode products out with me. I do definitely recommend. I do think so far it's worth the price. It feels like a really lovely, kind of feels like I've had a facial, to be honest with you. If you do get them, let me know what you think as well. I don't know how they are in different kind of skin types. I used to be medium to dry skin, but now I think I'm more dry. I think since having a baby, it's kind of taken a lot of moisture from my skin. I guess maybe that's the collagen, I don't know. But I actually recently read that collagen is a big fad, and actually the body fights off the ingredient before it actually gets to where it's meant to go. So anyway, I'm going to finish off this video here, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!